to have some few jobs in Milan, but actually I would like to do more about international relations and my field of study. So I decided to apply for a master here in Rome at the International Organization Italian Society, COI here, and I entered this master that was in economic security, geopolitical, and intelligence for 6 months. I attended the master, and while I was studying for the master, I tried to apply also for an internship at the Center for International Studies. So I actually tried to do the jobs of my dream.
Okay. So why did you choose to come to Rome?
Because when I was in Milan, during my university degrees, and especially during one summer school I attended, I discovered the analysis, so the world of analysis and a pragmatic application of geopolitics and international relations. I realized that probably it would have been the job of my dream. But at that time, Milan was a very different city. He was more economic oriented, and so I thought that for actually being involved in international relations and politics, it was important to come to Rome. That is, the capital of Italy, where governments and institutions and interests are based.
Okay. So what do you think about yourself? Like what character and what kinds of people your parents want to become?
I think that maybe the most important characteristic of myself is that I'm very curious, a very curious person. That it's something that's already, determined the pattern of my life. Since I was very young, I was very curious. My mother loved me because she was used to tell that I have 100 things in mind, and then I actually can do just very few of them. But curiosity is maybe the characteristic that push me to try to do a lot of things, to give me this strength to discover more things and to be interested in learning what there can be outside. So I became very passionate about the different cultures, different languages, also different foods, for example, from what the Italians is, and that's probably, yes, the most.
So in your daily life, what's your hobby?
My hobby, wow, I really love reading. Actually, not just for for work. Currently I'm an analyst, so I have to study and to work and to read every day. But I love reading anytime I have some spare time to dedicate to myself. Because I think that reading can also help you to open your mind. You can develop your imagination. You can learn a lot of things. It depends also, of course, of the kind of the books you read, but can actually improve also your human being behavior. And then I really love, doing some yoga and to have some, running sometimes for relaxing and trying to start thinking about things that I have to do. And I really love also, cinema is probably one of the pastime that you can really enjoy for having some good time with friends, with families. You can discuss about that. You can find always some points of convergences or divergences. So it's funny also, not just to see the movie, but also to use seeing the movie for having more family time or friendship time.
How about travel?
Oh, I really love travel. I don't know if I can consider traveling pastime, because luckily, very luckily, travel is always part of my job. because in the Center for International Studies we have these habits to travel in the place we study, to enter in contact with different cultures, with the realities that really live the place that we study and that we have to work on and with. So travel is really a passion for me, yes. I'm the senior analyst for Asia and Pacific, so for job I travel a lot in Asia in the last 6 years, but actually I love any kind of travel. So if I have vacation, I'd really love to spend my vacation traveling and going probably everywhere, because I really love sightseeing, of course, so visiting cities and not just in Europe but also outside. I really love sea, I really love mountains, because my father has always teach me to love hiking in the mountain. There are very beautiful mountains in the north of Italy, and with my family spent so many time there. So yes, travel is probably one of the best part of my life.
Okay. So, what's your first job?
Okay, my first job, it depends. I mean, when I was at the university, so during my my years of studying, I was used to work as hostess inside the Milano Fair Exhibition Centers. That was a job that I used to, paid for some of my extra courses like summer schools or some English courses abroad. And actually, my master in Rome, I did my master in Rome thanks to that kind of job. After my graduation, I found a job as a secretary in Milan in a law firm. At that time was not very common or very easy to find a long-term contract job, because of in 2012 and 2013 Italy was it was experiencing the economic crisis, so the situation was quite difficult. But in Milan there was already some realities that had sometimes the courage to offer this kind of contract, and they actually offered me to have this opportunity. But